It's rare to come by an anime like Shouwa, Genoku, Rakugo, Shinjuu. This is an anime that has just about 0 haters. I mean, sure, there are plenty of people who have admitted that Shouwa, Genoku, Rakugo, Shinjuu isn't for them, and that's fine, but that doesn't mean they're a hater. They at least gave it a chance, or at least read the description, and they realized that this anime just isn't for them. That's totally fine. But when you have an anime where both elitists and regular otaku and anime fans can enjoy, then you know you found something special. You see, I am never ever going to make a top 10 greatest anime of all time video, because I haven't seen every single anime out there, or I've only seen around 200 anime. But also, you know, out of the 200 anime that I have seen thus far, I can only consider 2 of them to be great. Like, definitely something worthy of the title greatest anime of all time. Of course, I have quite a bit of favorite anime of all time that I like to think that are totally perfect, or they just meant something to me personally, which is why they became one of my favorites. You know, Durara, I like to say it is a masterpiece, although there is some flaws. I wouldn't say it's one of the greatest anime ever made, but certainly a great anime, but just not one of the greatest. But like I said, there's only 2 anime that I truly consider to be some of the greatest anime of all time. The first one being Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. The second, Shouwa, Genoku, Rakugo, Shinjuu. Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku, and I'm here to review the finale episode of this amazing anime. Oh boy. Good conclusion. A very nice epilogue. Yotaro did it. He saved Rakugo. It didn't die out. There are tons of people from both the east and west coast of Japan. We have from young to old Rakugo performers. Shin-chan is performing Rakugo. The old theater that burned down is back, reopened. Kanatsu is the first female Rakugo performer. Matsuda is 95! Matsuda is 95! Higuchi is writing new Rakugo for people to perform. Specifically, Kanatsu, she's been performing them. Shin-chan is still just performing the same ones that Yakumo performed in the past. And speaking of Yakumo, Yotaro's new name is now Yakumo! Oh, wow. So, the gang boss passed away. The mistress passed away. Koyuki, who is the daughter, that is Shin-chan's little sister. She's in high school. She doesn't want to perform Rakugo, however, she still loves the art of Rakugo and likes to listen to it, likes the experience of watching it. Yotaro still has some haters, but he's doing just fine. It's a little sad that it's over. But I really enjoyed this experience, man. Just seeing the growth of Rakugo throughout the generations. And I honestly want to know how close this is to real Rakugo, the reality, the history of Rakugo in Japan. Like, did it dip between the 90s and 2000s? And now is it back to being in, you know, full swing and stuff? There are people seeing Rakugo plays and things like that. Maybe it is, thanks to the anime. But I also want to know how close this is to history. I mean, I know there wasn't a real Yakumo, I know there wasn't a real Kanatsu or Yotaro, but I'm basically saying, like, Rakugo itself. Like, how close was the anime to history itself when it came to Rakugo? I truly cannot find a single flaw when it comes to Shouwa, Genoku, Rakugo, Shinjuu. I mean, I can nitpick and say, the music was too loud in that scene, or the lip flaps didn't really match with the voice, you know, things like that. I could say that, but that doesn't really bring this anime down in the ranking when it comes to the greatest anime of all time, you know? I'm not gonna say it's the greatest anime of all time, I'm just saying that it's certainly one of. And I can say this, that it's one of the, or if not the greatest anime of this decade, you know, the 2010s, 2020, you know, this decade here, like the 2010s decade that we're in right now. It's certainly like the best. I mean, I know Fullmetal Alchemist kind of ended in 2010, but it started in 2009, so I'm not gonna count Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood in this. Let me bring up something here. Higuchi, I love the man, I really do, but he brought up something really disturbing and kind of nasty near the beginning of the episode, man. He talks to Konatsu, and he's just all like, hey, you know, Yotaro's dead set that Shin-chan's father is the gang boss. However, I see otherwise. Because Shin-chan, don't you think he's a lot like Yakumo? Maybe it's just his aura, when obviously Shin-chan does look a lot like Yakumo. I honestly don't want to believe it. And you know what? I'm not gonna believe it. But Higuchi brings up the point that Shin-chan may just have the blood of both Sukeroku and Yakumo. Now, how could that be? How could Shin-chan have the blood of Yakumo in him? Yeah, I'm gonna leave that up to you guys, okay? I'm personally just gonna say nope, 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 no, 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 no. Okay, I'm gonna stick with that. Like, no, no. Higuchi, stop. Shut up. Okay. Well, I still want to keep talking about this anime, but I really don't have much else to say. Soundtrack. One of the greatest soundtracks ever, that's for sure, at least that I heard. I'm just a sucker when it comes to, you know, jazz soundtracks, so yeah. Animation, it's average, but it doesn't need to be great for the story to be told. Voice actors are spectacular. Story, dialogue is through the roof. Characters, oh man, characters are so complex. Each and every single one of them, they each have a purpose in some sort of way. My overall rating is certainly a 10 out of 10. It is one of the greatest anime I've ever seen. Let me know your thoughts on this finale episode and on the anime as a whole. Let me know your rating, just everything else that you loved about the anime. Alright, now I gotta stop talking about it. Well, this won't be the end of Rakugo for me. I still have the manga, so I can just reread. Like, I can just read what I watched. Oh man, I don't know, I don't want it to end, I really don't. If there was an opportunity for me to see a Rakugo play, I would definitely go see it, you know, well, if it was in English, you know. I mean, there are English Rakugo, but for some reason, it's only in Japan and not in America. I don't know. It's been a while since I last checked, so I gotta go check that again. But yeah, I'm stalling, okay? I will stop now. Catch me tomorrow as I review the finale of Demi-chan and Samurai Jack. I'm your female otaku. Sign